45.
Now, yeah, next one is the big one. So either or reasoning. This one is, as Alan will say in a moment, most often referred to as a false dichotomy.
Here we go. Either or reasoning, also false dilemma, all or nothing thinking, false dichotomy, black white fallacy, false binary. A fallacy of logos that falsely offers only two possible options, even though a broad range of possible alternatives, variations, and combinations are always readily available. Either you are 100% Simon straight and narrow, or you are as queer as a $3 bill. It's as simple as that, and there's no middle ground. Or either you're in with us all the way, or you're a hostile and must be destroyed. Oh my God, yeah. What's it going to be? Or if your performance is anything short of perfect, you consider yourself an abject failure. Also applies to falsely contrasting one option or case to another that is not really opposed. Example, falsely opposing Black Lives Matter to Blue Lives Matter when in fact not a few police officers not a few police officers are themselves African American, and African Americans and police are not or ought not to be natural enemies. Or falsely posing a choice of either helping needy American veterans or helping needing foreign refugees, when in fact, in today's United States, there are ample resources available to easily do both, should we care to do so. See also overgeneralization. Yeah, this is a powerful one, man.
Yeah. Quick joke though. I remember when the very first time that I heard Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, I think it was like 2014 or something like that. I said the joke, "Hey, if Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, if you're a black cop, life like extra matters."
Yeah, yeah. Your life extra matters. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this is a big one. Um, I feel when I read this one, what comes up initially is like this feeling of like, man, when life is lived this way, looking at life as this or that, it's such a it's such a trap. It's such a trapped way of being. It's such a choked way of being. Something that's coming up for me right now is um I had a I had a relationship where um this person significantly valued loyalty, and they significantly uh, devalued kindness. And in fact, for them, kindness meant weakness. And so, if there was a situation where um, they saw me being kind to someone else and not blindly loyal to them or their perspective or their argument, what have you, it meant to them that I was being weak, and didn't care about them. And so it was such a dichotomy of like being kind. You can either be loyal or you can be kind. You cannot be both. And it was like I remember that being so trapping. I remember believing that. I remember like believing that I was just like a worthless waste of space for wanting to be kind. I remember thinking that kindness meant that I was like emasculated and just weak, and even my desire to want to be kind was bad. Oh my God, it was so awful. And that person was so good at creating a whole world of dichotomy around either you are this, which is my way of looking at life, which is the right way, or you are this, which is the wrong way and bad, and it means that you've messed it all up. Like even the idea of right and wrong. So there's something that it's interesting now that I'm talking about this. There's something I bring up to my clients frequently, and I say that um, the biggest shift that anyone can make to increase the quality of their life is to move from an or paradigm to an and paradigm. And you and I have, I think, talked about this once before. Um, that if we live in a world of or, it makes life very trapped, very unfruitful, and also very not actually connected with reality, where reality has infinite possibilities and infinite availability. And there's so much to enjoy in this life, that more than you could ever possibly imagine. But if you live in an or paradigm, left or right, up or down, good or bad, Republican or Democrat, etc. In that world, it creates so much impossibility because it cuts out the thousands of other variables. But if someone can live in an and paradigm, they can move from or to and. The quality of life instantly increases because you instantly become aware of all that exists and all that could possibly exist. And it's like it creates so much love and so much joy and so much connection. So I feel really deeply connected to this one, and also deeply connected to the solution, which is stop saying or for everything and believe in and for everything.
Very well. I Yeah, it's when it comes to politics, it's amazing just how much either you're with me or against me. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like every single freaking issue has to be a political thing.
yeah,
And especially when COVID started happening, it's like, for the love of God, don't make this political, because this is the thing that needs to not be political. We just
yeah,
need to all agree on this. And nope, that had to be political.
yeah,
Um, and it's so bizarre that, like, how can every issue in the world fall on one side, and then the
yeah,
opposite of that, where everything is wrong, is on the other.
yeah,
And to align yourself with that thinking is tribalism. It's in-group out-group bias. All of our pattern seeking recognition that we have as humans right now is coming back to bite us in our inability to look at reality the way it is, and we must compartmentalize. Either you're good or you're bad, and it's like, no, dude. Like, you can be really far left and still want guns. They say when you go far enough left, you get the guns back. So, like, um, anyways, I remember this in Vector. Oh, one thing I want to mention really quickly. Al and I had a private conversation about our experience working at Vector and Kako together, and I've decided I'm gonna stop vaguely referring to Vector as a cult for myself, because Alan has convinced me it is not a cult. Um, but Al and I did both agree that it's full of dogma, and we're happy with calling out that. So, in Vector, I remember one of the last times I was there, after learning either reasoning, fallacy, false economy, there was talk given about either you are someone who gets paid for your time, or you get paid for your value, and there's nothing in between. And that's it. And at the time, I was working at Chipotle and Vector, so I was getting paid for my worth, and also I had health benefits and paid for my time and all this shit. And I'm like, it wasn't until I was in that narrow demographic that was both. I was like, this is a false dichotomy. I do not fit in either one of these. I can be both of these.
yes,
And I brought that up to the region manager at the time, and they were truly puzzled. They're like, huh, okay, I don't know if I thought about that before. And I was just like, really? That's amazing. And I encouraged, uh, let's not have talks all about a fallacy, like encouraging the fallacy, because I think it's dishonest. And that region manager agreed with me. Um, but yeah, I just remember that was one that was a big talk that I'm like, I've heard this so many times, and I now know it's false. And you can have both. Even right now, I'm a YouTuber, and so that is entirely like the vector mindset where I'm building a business and I'm paid for what I'm worth. I'm paid in tips, and so like that is absolutely grind, grind, grind. But I'm also an employee with a movie studio ranch and Chipotle as well. So I still have both. Anyways, yeah, you don't need to choose one or the other.
Yeah. Agreed.